Hello, everyone. Welcome back to CBOT Unplugged, episode 4.
Episode 4.
Yes, we're seasoned.
We are seasoned. We got this.
We got this.
For sure.
This is a breeze now.
Yep.
I'm Rhonda,
And I'm Bonnie.
otherwise known as Bonda. Sometimes.
Yeah, I love that.
When we're tired and have had a bad day. We've got some great topics for you today to cover. So we get a lot of questions about what CBOT is and who we are. I know we covered that before. We're going to kind of take a bit of a different spin on it.
And what we're not.
You're right.
Yeah.
And differentiating between CBOT, BIAs, the Municipality of Clarington, BACD, all the acronyms.
All the alphabet.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of them. So we're not going to tell you what all of those acronyms mean quite yet, but we will get into that today so that everyone understands the difference between all of those different organizations and businesses. We're also going to chat about CBOT Cares. And I'm just going to kind of leave it there because I don't want to give too much away about what CBOT Cares means. But it's good heartfelt work. So we want to chat with you about that. But before we do, we want to give a shout out to our amazing sponsor, Roots to Rise, specifically Nicole, because she is a one-lady show over at Roots to Rise. So what is Roots to Rise? Roots to Rise is, she is a fascial stretch therapist. She is brilliant. She works out of her home in Brooklyn, temporarily right now out of Oshawa. But she was in a workplace accident about 20 years ago, and she was told she would always have pain in her back and knees. Well, she proved them wrong because of stretch therapy. So she offers a couple things. She offers corporate stretch sessions. So for all of you businesses out there listening, I would recommend bringing her in to chat with you. She came to our office. Bonnie will chat about that in a minute, but she offers, desk setup and movement and creating and maintaining, really healthy habits. It's great for morale and team building. And she also offers personalized one-on-one stretch sessions. And I know, Bonnie, you've taken advantage of that, which we all should, because having someone else stretch your body is delightful.
Yeah, I wish she lived with me constantly.
Exactly.
Honestly, I've offered that to her, but I don't think she's interested.
No, she's not interested.
Very lucky to have her come to our office. I think it was last month that she came.
Yeah.
And she brought her giant table and set it up and really just wanted to walk us through what facial therapy, stretch therapy is. And she stayed with us for maybe an hour and a half and really walked us through different tips and tricks and what to stretch, because as you can imagine, as we're out at events a lot and sometimes we're at our desks too long and we're in the folded seated position for a long time, which doesn't help your circulation or your muscles at all.
Yep.
So she really, and she gave us a ball, exercise ball too, that's on my desk, which I need to use again. And through our experience with her, I really connected with what she did, and it made a difference even with the short visit. So I have chronic back pain. So sure, everybody, I do have a crooked spine. I have scoliosis. So and I'm kind of at my limit to pain where I can go to get pain relief. Other than being on a lot of drugs, which I never want to be on to numb that. So I've tried physio, I've tried RMT, chiropractor, and I wanted to explore this a little more. So I became her client, and I've been to her, I think, three or four times. Yeah. And it's on a weekly basis for now until I need to get to a space where I can kind of control and learn a bit more on how to stretch. So again, I wish she lived with me because she listens and she is really invested in wanting to make you feel better. And if something doesn't work, you can see in her mind as you're talking with her, like, I'm going to figure this out. We're going to try this carefully. You try this. And it was only last week that she was moving me in a few different positions, and something clicked, not in a bad way, but in a good way. Clicked meaning in a good way with the universe. That I've actually felt no pain for about a day, almost 2 days.
Which never
happens.
happens.
I told you that when we were at the gym. I'm like, I'm actually standing upright without even knowing that I'm forcing myself. So it works, and you have to invest in your own body. I'm taking a lot of time here, sorry, but so if you have any pain, if you want to know how to become more flexible and move more, I really would suggest just having a consultation with Nicole. She'll take care of you, and she wants to get you on the path of taking care of yourself. So you'll never be a long-time client of hers, and she doesn't want that. She wants to set you up for success to take care of yourself. So,
yes. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's been a big success.
Definitely.
So we're so happy to have her as part of the CBOT
Yeah.
family. And I want to plug an event that she has coming up as well on Wednesday, July 16th at Parkwood Estates, Stretching in the Gardens. We did an event with her a while back for Bend and Brew. So we got to stretch and have a little stretch session and then have a drink down at Town Brewery. It was phenomenal. So if you can join her on July 16th at Parkwood, please do that. You can follow her on Instagram and at Roots to Rise or rootstorise.ca. Again, worth a phone call or a chat with Nicole. So thank you, Nicole, for your sponsorship.
Yes.
It means a whole lot to us for sure.
It does.
All right, let's dive in. So let's chat about, again, people know, I think, what we do, but let's talk about what the misconceptions are about what the Clarington Board of Trade and what that often means or doesn't mean.
Well, and I think you're making the assumption that everybody knows what we do too.
Fair.
So we could have more than 6 listeners now. We could be up to 10 right now, and some of them might
missed episode 2 or 1.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have touched on who we are and what we do in past episodes to a great extent. But there are some people out there still may not know what a board of trade is. And again, it's synonymous with the initial understanding. So you're an association that supports the trades
Right.
and apprenticeships. Is that right? And we've had people come up to us even at career fairs and things. They're like, so what do you do to support the trades?
Right.
Are you hiring? And so we have to correct them. So similar to Chamber of Commerce, so they're synonymous. The Board of Trade, Chamber of Commerce is synonymous. So we're not going to get too far into that, but I'm hoping people do know what a Chamber of Commerce is.
Right.
So that's us. We perform that function for Clarington.
Yes.
And maybe we can just dive into the alphabet soup right now.
Yes.
And a lot of businesses mistake us for also being the BIA.
Right.
So a BIA stands for a Business Improvement Area,
Right.
or Business Improvement Association. It's actually an association that are focused on downtowns in the community. So we're
Yes.
blessed to have a few BIAs, which Rhonda will go into later. And they are established by the local government, by the local municipality. So they are our board of council. They report to council. They have a committee. They do minutes and forward those to the municipality. They receive funding through a tax levy through the downtown areas from the commercial property owners. So they collect a levy from the commercial property owners, and that money goes towards beautification, like the flower pots and taking care of the downtown,
Christmas
festivals,
decorations, things like
Apple Fest,
Yep.
Harvest Fest, those types of things. And so that money goes towards trying to attract shoppers to the area and trying to promote businesses within the BIA. There's a boundary to each BIA
Yes.
geographically.
Yeah, geographically, yeah.
So we are actually in the BIA.
We are.
As well. So that might be more confusing for people. It's like
Right.
we are members of the BIA ourselves.
Yes.
The Board of Trade. So maybe
Only because based on physically where we are located. To
Totally.
your point, there's
Within the
boundaries,
boundary, yeah.
Right. Our office is located downtown Bowmanville, so we are a member of the BIA.
Yeah.
And as you alluded to earlier, we are very fortunate within Clarington to have 3 different BIAs. So we have the downtown BIA, downtown Bowmanville, excuse me. We have a Newcastle BIA,
Yep.
and then we have an Orono BIA. I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Curtis, who we also love, who doesn't have a specific whoop, 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 whoop. We love Curtis.
Yeah.
Don't have a specific BIA. It's something that's being looked into to see if there's a need for that, or
if there's an appetite
for that.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, I think we're lucky because while we're part of the BIA because where we are geographically, but we support the businesses that are in the BIA. And way beyond, right? So there's obviously many, many, many businesses that are outside of the BIA boundaries. But oftentimes we get confused, like you said earlier, about, okay, so you're Clarington Board of Trade, but are you the BIA? So we have to differentiate. So I think you've made it abundantly clear that we are not the BIA. And we also, another thing to note is that for all of those BIA meetings, a member of our team goes to sit with the BIA members just to, either update them on what we have going on that would potentially impact them and that they would have an interest in, but also to hear what their concerns are and what they have going on so we can support them.
Well, we have a great relationship with each one of
Absolutely.
them, and they know we are there to support. We're even on some of their agendas. It's nice to be an agenda item, a community partner.
Yes.
And so we share what we feel is relevant that they would need to know. If we're doing an event, maybe in that community, we can address that as well. We have, like I said, we have a great relationship with them, and we support all businesses in Clarington, and including the businesses within the downtown.
That's right.
Cores.
That's right.
And I hope that helps people to understand what it is. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So next acronym is the BACD. So this is the Business Advisory Center of Durham region, meaning, right? So they are located in Whitby, in the region of Durham building there. They're an amazing team. So they are primarily supporting startup businesses, those sort of entrepreneurs that are looking to get their vision and their dream off the ground. They provide support, from business planning to strategy to, if they have a product, getting that up and running. And they provide so many, I don't even know how they do it, so many workshops, and a lot of them are free, where you can learn how to get your business off the ground.
Right.
So oftentimes we get businesses that come to us that are at that point where they're just starting out. And not that we want to, push them somewhere else, but we don't want them to put the cart before the horse and become a member of CBOT before they've had the opportunity to work with BACD to really get all those foundational pieces in place. So we refer them and we connect them to BACD, and they really help them to get their footing and everything off the ground. We're then sort of we're the next phase in their journey to become integrated into our community once they've got their business up and running. So it's a really nice partnership that we have with BACD. Kind of the referrals kind of go back and forth terms of...
It's a handoff.
That's right.
Right. And so
that's right.
We've gotten, so again, a shout out to Teresa Shaver as well as her team. And very often, we get emails and they reach out to us to say we work with so-and-so from this company. They're located or they live in Clarington. Can you help them maybe look for a space or help them with marketing? They're at this point now that they need some help to unclip their wings and fly now.
And really connect to the community, right?
Totally,
they're sort of isolated and feeling like, okay, I have this business now, but how do I now go about letting everyone else know about my amazing business? So then it makes sense for them to come back to us as well. So that's BACD. And again, check out their website because they've got, like I said, an abundance of workshops that you can attend for free. You can have one-on-one consultations to chat about your ideas, and they will guide you. They will take good care of you. And then in your next phase, we will also take very good care of you.
A lot of great partners in the community.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. And the last one,
speaking of great partners,
is the municipality of Clarington.
That's right.
So we often get mistaken that we are a wing of the municipality of Clarington. While we are located in the municipality of Clarington and we work very closely with them, we're different. We actually are a separate entity from them. Chat about what that looks like.
I think maybe some listeners might be saying, "Oh, I didn't know that."
Right.
I think maybe even some of our members. Maybe even in their back of their mind that they may think that we're an arm of the municipality, or we are in the municipality if we have a different office. But so we're not for profit, and we are, while the municipality are collaborators of the Board of Trade, and they're wonderful partners in helping support the growth of business in the community and the community itself. We are completely separate from the municipality of Clarington. I know in my earlier days here visiting businesses, they thought, oh, okay, so what department are you from, or what do you, where are you from the municipality? Are you checking up on us? And whatever that means. So there was a bit of fear that they may not have the confidence in opening up to what they're doing in their business. And way back when in 1998, it's a very quick history lesson here. We actually did have, we started off as the Board of Trade, so we'll always be the Board of Trade, but we did take on a contract with the municipality of Clarington when we first started to execute economic development services for the community, which means helping attract business, helping retain business, and programs supporting those initiatives. So for years and years, we did have a contract with the municipality. So we used to be called, to take a deep breath, Clarington Board of Trade and Office of Economic Development. So it depends on talk about convoluted. They're like, what are you, a Board of Trade? So that was confusing to navigate too. And so a few years ago, the municipality did create a economic development division in-house, and they have taken on the investment readiness, investment attraction piece, and we still have the business retention and expansion piece that we have with the municipality. So it's a contract that we have with them until 2026, and then we'll have to reassess, and we'd love to continue working with our partners, even if we don't have a contract. We'll see what happens. We're just looking forward to supporting the community together as we always do. They're phenomenal partners. So we are not the municipality, but we work very closely with them. So maybe that's why people kind of confuse us, because we work very closely with them, which we're grateful for.
Yes.
But we're completely separate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think the takeaway is that all of these different organizations are very separate. CBOT is separate from the BIAs, from the BACD, from the municipality of Clarington.
We'll call them the MOC.
Right? The MOC, exactly. So we're all separate, but we all still work closely together. Yes.
But we're weaved
together.
We have to. There's a lot of overlap.
It only makes sense. Then we can support the business community.
So I get the confusion. There's a lot of overlap. So
100%.
Absolutely.
And when you're not in it, like we eat, live, and breathe all of this stuff every day. When you're not in it, of course you would be confused. So hopefully we've been able to clarify that a little bit. So, so speaking of partnerships in the community.
Oh, so I was supposed to segue that.
But it's okay.
So we take care of the community together.
Yes.
Speaking of taking care of the community, you have to take care of yourself as well.
Yes.
Which is a great segue to coming back to Roots to Rise. One more time.
There
no, it's not Roots to Rise. It's CBOT Cares. I thought we were seasoned.
It's okay. This is not scripted, and this
not scripted.
Makes it real.
It's fine. It's fine.
But those
CBOT
Cares.
Cares.
Yes. So what is CBOT Cares?
Yes.
How do you define that? Because I think you came up with that terminology, which
that was
I love.
a while back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I made a logo and everything.
Continue to date you and
little heart on it.
Age.
Yeah. So it feels like a Monday today. I'm sorry.
Yes, okay.
I'll segue to the other part later. So yeah, CBOT Cares. We created that. I think it was probably pre-pandemic even. I think everything was pre-pandemic almost. Because we see ourselves as being responsible and taking on a role for supporting the community within which you live and within which you work.
Right.
And we really try to pass that on to our business community as well.
Absolutely.
So you live and work here as well. So we all have a responsibility and should play a role in supporting the organizations that support us.
Yes.
Like Bethesda House and Big Brothers Big Sisters. You have Terry Fox run. You have the Bowmanville Hospital Foundation. These are critical pillars of your community who are helping your fellow community members. So we launched CBOT Cares, and we try to go to as many runs and walks and plunges
things like that
as possible to support. And then
course.
We want to get involved. This is our community, and we get our kids involved. Even if you don't want to walk, you're coming and you're going to walk.
Right. And our dogs.
Yes, dogs too. Yes. And we share that with the business community and really encourage them. We're going to do this.
Yes.
You can either join us.
Yep.
You can donate. If you don't want to join us, just donate. Or why don't you put your own activity on at your work? Like do a barbecue, do a dress down day, do pajama day or something, or a litter cleanup, something that helps your community. So we are really passionate about that piece. And I think that community development piece really sets us apart from a lot of different organizations in the community who do the same work. because we care about our community. I'm not saying
Yes.
nobody else does, but we really put our soul into that. And a lot of our members really appreciate that too.
Yes.
So,
well, there's so much work being done by these organizations behind the scenes. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Riley, the executive director at Bethesda House yesterday for a lovely conversation. And
that was last month, I think.
Yes, it
wasn't
was. You're right. It was last month.
That's right.
This is pre-recorded. And so the amount of work that's done behind the scenes is would honestly just blow your mind. And I don't even know how they even do it. So to be able to come out and support these different initiatives and events that they have to not only raise funds, because we all know that they can't operate without the financial support, but to create awareness about what they do in our communities, and to your point, in which we work and mostly live.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so
they don't have an abundance of staff either,
no,
right? And so
no,
I don't
they
know
rely
how.
on volunteers.
Totally.
So it's really the least that we can do is to come out as a team and encourage the business community to come out with their teams and participate. And you know what? It's fun. And you feel like you are making a difference and you're contributing.
Are you making a difference when you're in the water in October or November? Sorry.
Yeah, November. Let's clarify. It's November that you're plunging into Lake Ontario.
I know.
No, it's not fun. But you know what? We did it and we felt proud and honored to be able to be there and to be able to bring awareness to their cause. Specifically, that one's for Bethesda House. It will be happening again in November. Being able to go out to the Terry Fox Walk is amazing. Happening September 14th. CBOT will be there.
Yeah.
The hospice, hike or bike. We love that. We don't bike, we hike. And that's September 21st. So we will be there. Please join us.
Just watch for messaging coming out.
Yes.
And
we always share.
Always.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On social media, we'll give you, so Terry Fox is September 14th. Hospice hike or bike is September 21st. Register now. Put it in your calendar. Make the commitment now. And again, bring your teams out. And if you don't have a team, if you're an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, join our team.
Yep.
We're happy to have you there.
And there's so many more. There's
there's so many.
The
There's
Hospital
golf
Foundation
and
Gala.
yes.
There's
Yes.
Big Brothers Big Sisters. They have so much going on.
Yes.
And then we do have a page. Erica's going to kill me. She's like, don't promote it because it's not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
It's not where you want it to be. It's supporting your community.
Yes.
Page, which we will have kind of articles and a list of different charities and not-for-profit organizations that are helping the community. So it'll be an easy reference for you.
Yes.
And then we'll share that as it grows as well.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we do our best to share, even just, we're in that time of the year where golf tournaments are in abundance right now.
Yes.
So most of the different not-for-profits are doing different golf tournaments, so you can get involved there.
Yep.
Again, throw a foursome in with your team or other members of the business community and participate that way and give back that way. So we've just mentioned a few, but whatever sort of is near and dear to your heart, that's what you should kind of pursue.
For sure. And if you're not sure who and how to get involved,
absolutely.
Again,
just ask.
We always say we're a huge resource for the community. So call Rhonda. She'll tell you.
Yes, happy to help, because then that means that you're participating and you're interested in getting involved in the community. So
speaking of that.
Speaking of.
This is the segue.
This is your segue?
Let me try again.
Okay. I'll sit back and let you handle it.
Speaking of taking responsibility and needing to take care of your community, you also have to take care of your own health in order to be able to take care of the community.
Yes.
So
Roots to Rise.
Full circle,
Woo, woo.
Roots to Rise again. So I'm going to leave that up to you to close it off.
Yes.
With talking about Roots to Rise.
Honestly, Nicole's amazing, and not only just a great human, but she really cares. I think you explained that very well. Mm-hmm. So we encourage you, if you are in any discomfort, pain, something's nagging you, to reach out to her. She's fantastic. So thank you, Nicole, so much for believing in this podcast enough to be our sponsor today. We really, really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Again, follow her at on Instagram, rootstorise.movement or rootstorise.ca. She's fantastic. And I want to just two things before we wrap up, because Alyssa's going to have our head if we go over time. One of our events that we have coming up. So we slow down a little bit in the summer, right? Because we know people are on vacation and doing their thing. But we do have a networking event at Pingles which everyone I'm sure knows what Pingles is. It's a fantastic, beautiful outdoor space.
It's in Curtis.
It's in Curtis. So we're going to have a networking event there. You're going to be able to make a beautiful summer sign for your porch or your door through Kendall Heights woodworking and decor. We're going to get to have a tour of the farm. We get to see the animals. You get to pick your own flowers if you want. All the things. There'll be food, but most of all, being able to connect with local business owners and network. So, but in an outdoor space,
it's perfect.
And really enjoy the summer. So that is August 14th from 5 to 8 p.m. You can register on our website. We would love to see you there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there too.
I think we'll all be there.
Yeah, I hope so.
One of our we love doing these summer networking events because we get to be outside. We're all trapped
so
inside
nice.
so much. So
yes.
And then I just want to wrap with our next episode, what we plan on talking about next episode. It's going to be kind of they're all fun, but this one's going to be really fun. You're going to want to hear about all the different places and some of our favorites. We're going to kind of go through the office here with all four of us and talk about our favorite places to eat, play, and explore.
And to eat. Let's just round off.
We're doing eat again.
So
eat, play,
so
explore,
many
and
good
eat.
things.
Yes, Alyssa likes that. So
yes.
So there's great things here. There's great places to eat, play, explore, and eat in Clarington. So we're going to highlight some of our favorites, and we're also going to be kind of putting a little bit of more information about this amazing video that is going to be capturing the essence of Clarington and all of those amazing places that we're going to be talking about. So that's just a little teaser about this amazing video that we're
perfect timing
together.
Pertaining to supporting local. Like it's always timely. Supporting local is timeless. But this will be a great video. Again, this video will be 10 hours long because there's just so many amazing assets and talents and tastes and flavors and everything to do with Clarington. So keep your eyes peeled for that coming out in the fall. Yes. Right, Alyssa?
Yes.
Yeah, big thumbs up.
We got
for
the thumbs
Alyssa.
up.
Yeah, okay.
All right. That's it for CBOT Unplugged.
Well
see you
done.
next month
There
for
you go.
episode 5.
Episode 5. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of CBOT Unplugged, brought to you by the Clarington Board of Trade. Follow us on Instagram at ClaringtonBot, on Facebook at the Clarington Board of Trade, or visit our website, cbot.ca.